Hey y'all, Natalie here for Shimmerz today, and I'm working with the August 2020 color kits. And it's this super fun tropical colored kit, and it is full of goodness. There is a Trippin' in the Tropics Creamies, which is that coral color. There's Slow Ocean Shimmerz, which is this gorgeous aqua color. A Bamboo Leaf Spritz, which is like a palm leaf color. A Pop Art Peak Vibes, which also goes with the creamies, and Glorious Day Vibes, which is like a pretty gold yellow color. There is a Melon Ball Sequins pack from Spiegelmom Scraps and an exclusive cut file, which is a dolphin, and I don't actually use that on this layout, but it's super cute. And there's also an exclusive pack of dots. So I will link down below. Please pop over to the store and grab you a kit before it's gone. They're a really great deal. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and they're super cute. So you saw those beach photos of my boys, and I just decided I wanted to play around, right? So I was thinking messy beach stripes, like kind of thinking like a beach towel kind of thing. I'm not a perfectionist at all. So of course they're not going to be super straight, but that's cool, and I want them to kind of run into one another. So I just decided to use my paintbrush with the sprays and the potted paints as well, and I'm just painting messy stripes along the top of this gessoed white cardstock. And at first I start out thinking like it's all going to be on this one piece of white cardstock. It does change, but yeah, you'll see how it evolves here. So there I am, I'm painting stripes, and as it dries, I decide that I do want to do another layer on like maybe the green and the yellow, because they are the more translucent sprays, and so they're fun because they can be really light or they can be darker if you add more layers after they dry. So I did about 2 layers on the green and the yellow stripes, and there you can see the final product. But in the meantime, I decided that I needed more texture. I always like to build up my layouts, right? So I'm going to rip off some of the stripes. I also figured it went down too far. I didn't want that many stripes. So I just rip off the top, and I can use that other bit for another project. And now I'm just trying to find the perfect paper to set it atop, and that one was too busy. So then I picked this yellow, but it's like a mustardy color that doesn't work. Then that's way too much pattern. So that's way too bright. There we go, Goldilocks. There we go. It's like a yellow color that really matches the spritz well, or the vibes well, but it also has like a subtle pattern. So I'm gonna white out maybe like a triangular bit in the middle here with a gesso, and basically I'm going to use blue because there's blue ocean in the background of these photos, and I'm going to follow the exact pattern of the white gesso that I'm putting down. So that's why it looks like a hot mess, but I promise in the end it looks good. So it even looks like it has a couple like bulbous bubbles on both sides. I know it looks weird, but I promise in the end it looks good. So I'm only going to use the Slow Ocean Shimmerz, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the water on the gesso. I'm going to go ahead and completely wet the gesso portion of the paper, and that way we're going to put all the paint on there and then add more water, and we're going to do like I don't even know like the technique name that you would call it. It's just like the swirly technique. So we're going to really get a lot of water pulled up on there, and then we just kind of move the paper, and the liquid moves with the paper, and it truly ends up looking like ocean waves. It's super pretty, which is funny because the color is called Slow Ocean, like slow motion, and you kind of do like have to go slow motion. Like it drips really smoothly, and then when you get to the edge of the white, then you turn it around real quick. So, and you can see like right there the water got on the paper, but that's okay because that's under the striped paper that I made, so it won't show up. So I play with this a little bit, and I kind of just use my paintbrush with water to guide the blue, and I don't want it to go off of the gessoed portion of the page because it would soak through the page and not look great. But it ends up being really fun and really pretty. And putting the plain water on the gesso before I added the color is what helps guide the color and makes it where it does not go past the gesso part of the paper. So we're about done, and we're going to set it down to dry. And it does pull up in like the little divots of the page, but that's cool. It just gives you different layers of color. And I'm gonna add splatter on top, and splatters hide all sorts of imperfections, y'all. That's probably one reason why I really like them, because again, I am not a perfectionist when it comes to crafting or anything ever. But look how fun this is. It seriously transforms it, really. And when it's just splatters, it's not a lot of liquid, and so it's okay that the splatters are getting on the part of the paper that does not include gesso, because they're not going to really soak through because it's not a ton of liquid. So while that dries, I'm going to use the melon ball sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I'm just going to do a really fun line of sequins. I'm not going to do any rhyme or reason as far as color or pattern, so they'll kind of mimic the stripes in that way. And I'm just going to add like one sequin stripe and just be some interest and kind of break it up. And yeah, it's fun. I had fun making this page. I am going to do like a Life Crafted album for our vacation, but I also always like to add a couple vacation pages of like my favorite photos in our yearly 12 by 12 album. So that's what this will be. So I'm adhering that down, and I'm going to add the photos and then the title and then a few embellishments, and then we're done. So that that never happens. The first place that I put them down is pretty much where I want them. And so now you can see the part of the blue that's sticking out is not a ton of what we did, and any imperfections are hidden. Like, it just sticks out organically as though I planned it that way, and I did. But yeah, so I know that the shape was a little odd at first, but I think it makes sense once you put the photos on top of it. So the title is High Tide and Party Vibes, because these little boys are always up for a party, and they were like wearing their croquis and their sunglasses and their fun hats, and they're always down for a party at the beach. And then kind of last minute, I added in these Kaiser Craft die cuts that just really matched this color kit so perfectly, and just really added what this page needed. That included with the dots, and it's so fun. And then there was a little bit around each flower and dot section that needed some blue, because there were no blue in the die cut, or I didn't use the blue dots. And so I just added a few of the blue sequins from the melon ball sequins, and that added blue, and it just kind of rounded up the page really well. So thank you guys for watching today. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I'll link down below with the Shimmerz blog and the Shimmerz shop so that you can pop over and grab your own August color kits, because they're super fun. Every month there's so much fun stuff coming up this whole rest of the year. You're gonna love it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.